we're doing some knife stuff. So you're going to want to find something you can use as some sort of knife approximation. And we're going to start off doing, we'll run through very quickly the regular grip one. We did that last class, so we're just going to do it quickly, once or twice. And then we're going to go to reverse grip, not only how to switch from regular grip to reverse grip, which is kind of fun. Once I learned it, silverware is never the same again. Anytime I've got a knife, I'm always flipping it back and forth, switching hands, all that stuff. And it looks cool and it's fun and it's actually vaguely useful. So we'll learn that too, because it's kind of neat. It's gonna be tough with a stick, but it's still better than nothing. And then you can try it at home. Okay, so we're gonna start off. You've got your knife in a regular grip, and we're just gonna do this twice. I'm gonna go the 12 move knife form. So it starts angle across your body. And if you haven't found a knife, you can just use your open hand, pretend you have a knife out the other way. Cross your belly one way, cross the other way, stab low, stab high, up across, circle, up around behind, cut up one way, up the other way, straight up, straight down. Okay, so yeah. Ready? Again, if you don't have a knife, just use your fist, pretend you have a knife, and angle across, belly, belly, stab low, stab high, stab across, circle, up around behind, cut up, straight up, straight down. Okay, cool. Let's talk about reversing your grip on the knife. And I can use this to demonstrate. After I show you a couple times and you can try and play around with it, I'll go get a butter knife so you can see actually where the blade is. But essentially what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my thumb to roll the knife so the blade is pointing that way. And then I'm just gonna swing it around that pinch and then close my grip. And the knife should be this way. And then to move it back, I roll it again, use my thumb to roll it, so the knife is this way, flip it back, knife is that way. So use your thumb, push it, and you want it to be horizontal, flip it sideways, close the grip. And you usually want to put your thumb on the end if the knife is long enough to do that, so it's a little bit more reinforced if you stab. And then again, use your thumb, push it, flip it out, grab. Thumb, flip, grab, thumb, flip, grab. Okay, try that on your own. And I'm going to go and grab a butter knife to demonstrate a little better. Okay, I couldn't find any butter knives. I only found steak knives, so better have my money where my mouth is. So I've got my steak knife. When I turn it, I use my thumb, so to see the blade is pointing away from me. Then I spin it around, grab, and again, if I hold it up, you can see hopefully the blade is pointing away from me that way. And then I put my thumb on it again, push it flat, spin it. This is really light, so it's hard to do. And again, blade is away from me. Push it flat, spin it around, blade is away, thumb, spin it, blade is away. Once you have it, you can start speeding it up. I used to do this at restaurants until Angie asked me to stop. She's sitting there waiting for a waitress to come over. And if you have it with one hand, then you can try it. Here's how you switch to the other hand. So I push it flat, I spin it, and then I turn my hand and just put it into my palm. I've got it in the other hand. I can do the same thing. Thumb, so the blade is pointing away from me. Spin it, reverse grip. Thumb rolls away from me, spin it, regular grip. Thumb, spin, away. Thumb, spin, foregrip. Thumb, spin, away. And then, to switch hands, spin it, plant it in the other palm. So general rule is when you're manipulating a weapon, you don't want to have any point where you don't have a grip on it. Okay, so that's one grip. There's another one that's flashy but not especially useful, to flip it to reverse pick or ice pick grip. And that's, I'm going to go this way. Again, I flip it away from me. I'm going to flip it up through my fingers. My camera is not happy with this, how shiny this is. It's going, whoa, how do I focus on that? Okay, so use my thumb, flip it back to normal. Use my thumb, flip it up around. I'm just going to tuck 2 fingers under. Boom. And I'm in reverse, or if it's sideways, it's called ice pick. So this way, versus this is reverse grip, this is ice pick grip. But they're about the same. And then if I've got it in, if I flipped it this way, and I've got it in reverse grip, then I just flip it back the same way. So down, up, tuck 2 fingers under, reverse. Spin it out. And actually, sorry, I go here. And I highly recommend, I'm using a steak knife because all of our butter knives are in the dishwasher. I recommend not starting with a steak knife, because you drop it, you can be hurted. And you can flip it to the other hand the same way. So if I'm doing this grip this way, I can just, again, smack it in my palm and it's the other hand. Reverse. And then anytime you are doing dishes or hanging out in the kitchen, you can mess around and look kind of cool and dangerous. Switch hands. Much easier if the knife is heavy. This one's really light, so it makes it very challenging, especially with my left hand, which is not as practiced. Okay, so if you have that, you can just work on speeding it up. But again, the basic is I use my thumb to push it, so the blade is now away from me. Then pin it between my thumb and ring finger, flip it sideways to start, horizontally, and once it's upside down, just grab it and put your thumb on the end. And then to roll it again, put your thumb on it, push it, see blade is away from me, and then get your thumb and middle finger ring again, flip it the other way, now it's back to the front again. And then you can just flip it back and forth. It's handy because it's the same motion. Thumb pushes, pin it, flip it, thumb pushes, pin it, flip it. Push, pin, flip, push, pin, flip. Okay, so that said, let's go to reverse grip. I'm going to switch just in case. Never use a sharp knife unless you have no alternative. Okay, so now I've got my reverse grip. We did the foregrip form, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we're gonna do the reverse grip. So reverse grip, every slash and stab, or every slash ends with a stab. So I'm gonna start off, I'm gonna go straight up, stab. I turn my back, straight down, stab. So up, stab, down, stab. Then I'm going to go side, stab, side, stab. So now I've covered, I've made a cross, up, down, side, side. Once I'm here, I'm going to go up, across, stab down, up, across the other way, stab down. So straight up, stab down, straight down, stab up. Cross, side, angle up, stab down, other angle up, stab down. Then I'm going to flip it upside down. This is the most awkward one. Slash down across the other way, stab, and then down the other way, stab. And that's all 8. So I cover all 8 directions. Again, straight up, stab down, straight down, stab up. Cross one side, stab in, cross the other way, stab in. Now from here, angle up, stab down, angle up the other way, stab down, flip it upside down, 45 down, stab up, 45 down, stab up. I'll turn to the side a little bit so you can see. Same thing, straight up, stab, straight down, stab. To the side, stab, other side, stab. Angle up, stab down, other angle up, stab down. Turn it upside down, angle down, stab up, angle down, stab up. Okay, let's do it a couple more times. We'll speed up a little more each time. Up, stab, down, stab, out, stab, in, stab, up across stab, up across stab, down across stab, down across stab. And then a little bit faster. Up, stab, down, stab, out, stab, in, stab, angle, angle, reverse angle, reverse angle. Okay, one more time. Up, down, out, in, angle up, angle down, angle down. Okay, so there you go. That's the basic knife form. That's the basic ways. So if you've got a knife, you can think of, I'm doing a stab, something like this. So the three main ways I'm going to stab, going for the belly, going up high, or I'm going to be slashing at one of these angles. And that just kind of codifies it. And if you reverse it, you're going to be going at some angle, and anytime you slash, you can stab. So just for fun for a minute, this is good, fun to play around with. You can just make up your own. Imagine you're attacking somebody, you're fighting, you're slashing, you're stabbing. And if you're really advanced, we can do, this grip is good for long range fighting. If you get in close and you're grappling and you switch to here, and that has a huge advantage. If they try and do, most of the time, if they're trying to disarm your knife, they're trying to grab your wrist, and you're protecting your wrist with a knife. So it's much trickier to disarm a knife when it's reversed. There's a good chance you're going to grab onto the blade. And then I'm in grappling, and now I can do it much closer. Here, once they get past my arm, they're okay. But here, even just coming up their body against me, it's dangerous. So you can be like, boom, boom, stabbing out, and you reverse it, and suddenly you're in close, and you're stabbing, you back out, and it's long range again, then you move in. Then back to slashing, they come up behind you, stab behind them again. Okay, so go ahead and just play around with that. And your other hand is moving opposite, because that is some magic trick. Watch this hand. And so it makes it harder to tell what the other hand is doing and where it's going. It can even be striking, just little whips to the face, so that they're not, you're just hitting in various places with that hand. So they have a harder time defending, because now they have two targets defending, especially if you're switching hands. Suddenly it's in the other hand. Yeah. Okay, cool. So real quick about practical knife use. If you're using a knife in self-defense, you're probably going to go to jail for assault or manslaughter. What I was told, I don't know if this is still true, so it takes a grain of salt. If you want to know more, research it. But last I heard, when I was in college, the guy I was training with, who was training to be a federal marshal, that's what he wanted to do when he graduated college. He went to a knife course, and I said in most states, whether it's considered murder or manslaughter or self-defense, is in large part counted based on the number of knife wounds they have taken, and also to some degree the location of the stab wounds. So if they have 5 stabs in the front, that looks much more like self-defense than 5 stabs in the back, obviously. So one thing to think about, and if you're actually using a knife in self-defense, it's probably scary enough that this is hard to, be hard to keep track of. But a cut, if I stab in the hand twice, that's 2 stab wounds. If I do a slash that goes across their body and down the leg and then up their back, that's 1 wound. So according to what this guy said, in a court of law, this looks, if you stab in the hand 3 times, that looks more like an attack than 1 giant cut that covers most of their body, just because the way most courts handle it. So it's gonna make a difference. This is probably gonna kill them, and that probably isn't. So, but if they're dead, say you stab them in the gut 5 times, or they have 1 huge slash that covers most of the body and they're dead, this one apparently to most people looks more like murder than that one does. So that's one note. Another thing is if there is a knife, even if we're doing knife defense, particularly our knife defense involves mostly beating them in the face and gut until they drop the knife, and then maybe you try and take it. But generally, I'm not trying to control the knife. I'm trying to just hit them enough that they forget about the knife. But if the knife is dropped, we always want to do, I'll demonstrate with an actual knife carefully. I'm not going to drop it because I want to put holes in that. But if my knife is on the ground, this knife is too small. Okay. Knife is on the ground. Where's the knife? Knife on ground. So here, you want to step on, ideally step on the handle. So if they go for the knife, which they might, then they're going to grab the blade. So I want them to go for that part. Now I can just step on it in general to make it hard to get to. But if I do this, then they go for the knife and I ignore the knife and I go for them. So while they're going for the knife, I'm going for their head. And also Simon napping in his favorite spot. Whenever we're doing class, you can always assume that this is going on because that's his favorite spot in the house now. So anyway, that's the most of what I know about knives. I guess the last thing is if you are using a knife to fight, I was told most professional knife fighters, which there's actually some people, apparently I was told in Mexico, they still have professional underground knife fights. Sounds like a very scary profession, but people who know how to use a knife will often fake a stab and then slash instead. Or they'll fake a slash and then stab somewhere else instead. So that's one of the tricks of knife fighting is do a slash, but it's really a stab somewhere else, or do a stab that turns into a slash somewhere else. So between that and the other hand distracting and confusing things and hitting them, even if this isn't doing damage, if it's just whipping them in the face, well, the webcam does not like that. Really, once I get this out, it gets really confused. So anyway, even if it's just tapping, it's distracting enough that it makes it hard to track this, especially if they're fighting a knife, it gets really scary. So if you ever wanted to get your knife, as long as it's not sharp, and just go and attack a post or a beam or a tree or a wall, and you can just practice like that. Okay, anyway, let's take a 1 minute break, come back. I think we're gonna do a couple higher level forms. Yeah, got a couple black belts in the room, so we'll do a couple black belt level forms for fun. But take one and return. And start heading back. Batteries are really weird. Some weeks I go through 4 pairs of batteries. This week I've had 1 pair that hasn't. It's only halfway. Strange. Okay, so let's just jump straight into some black belt forms. And we'll just run through. We have enough time to probably run through each of the 4 black belt forms twice, the secondary black belt forms. We'll do the first 3 black belt forms also. That's a little too much. Okay. So first 3 black belt form, choreo, choreo chumbi. We'll go nice and slow. And it goes out like this. And jump, back stance, double left middle block, low side kick, high side kick, land in front stance, outside knife hand strike, punch, slide back stance, inside block. Then repeat the other side, back stance, double left middle block, low side kick, high side kick, land in front stance, outside knife hand strike, reverse punch, slide back stance, inside block. Going to the front stance, single left and low block, knife hand in front of your leg, throat strike, flat. Then kick, same thing, single left hand low block, just like a down block with an open hand, throat strike. Then do the same thing again, kick, single left low block, throat strike, ha, there's a kia. Then I'm gonna turn the side. This is gonna keep going that way. I'm gonna turn the side so you can see. Kick, that side sweeps. Other one does that same strike we just did, but to the knee. So kick, sweeping strike to the knee. I cross my arms, make an X, step forward, turn, front stance, double outside block. Then my back leg, left leg is a snap kick. Sweep with my left hand, right hand, strike to the knee again. Sweep, strike to the knee. Cross arms, step backwards, slide backwards to walking stance, double outside block again. Now take a left hand, go to your right hip, right foot crosses behind, pivot, horse stance, single left middle block. Here, left hand, throw, resisted crossing punch, cross to twist stance, pull in your arm as you throw the side kick, boom, turn the opposite direction, both hands palm down, both hands palm up, groin strike. Slide back to walking stance, down block, step forward, walking stance, pressing down block. Fist meets your palm, pushes back across, reinforce outside elbow strike. Switch open and closed, single left middle block again, resisted crossing punch just like the other side, step to twist stance, pull in side kick, turn both hands palm down to both hands palm up, groin strike. Slide back to walking stance, down block, step forward, walking stance, pressing down block, fist pushes your palm back to your right as you step to horse stance into your left leg, reinforce outside elbow strike. Right foot comes in, hands go up, around, left hand starts to close, left pinky smacks into your palm, left hand opens, step back with your left foot, front stance, outside knife hand strike, reach hammer, single left hand low block. Step forward, inside knife hand strike, reach chamber, single left hand low block again. That same move again, inside knife hand strike, reach chamber, single left hand low block, and step forward, throat strike, pow, and key up. And then paro, open, turn, step backwards, back to this choreo should be. Okay, okay, let's keep on going. We'll just do each of these forms once, just so we can get through all three of them, four of them. There's three more. Okay, next, chung. And jump, back stance, double knife hand guard block. It's a high block and that's a form block. Front stance, reverse fireball. Back stance, double knife hand middle block. Front stance, spear hand to the eyes. Back stance, double knife middle block to the front. Right leg, 8 count, high side kick. 5, 6, 7, 8. Back stance, double knife middle block. I'm going to do a 2-step flying side kick. Right leg does the kick. 1, 2, flying side kick, landed back stance, double knife middle block. Next, my left leg steps around behind, back stance, single left hand low block. Switch to a front stance, shoulder grab, knee strike, land together, facing the front. Left hand is out, 90-degree angle. Left steps, right, reinforced reverse bridge hand strike. So this is a ridge hand, thumb is under, pat and a key up. Now going that same direction, high roundhouse kick, land, same direction, high back kick, land, facing the other way, double knife middle block. Now I'm gonna go 45 degrees off to my left, left leg high roundhouse kick, boom, land facing back where I started, back stance pole block, right hand palm up, left hand palm up. From here, I'm gonna do a 360 to my left and land in a double knife and low block. Jump 360, land in back stance, double knife and low block. Step forward, front stance groin strike, just like in choreo, palms down to palms up. Slide back to back stance diamond block. Step forward, front stance spear hand. Now make an X, step around behind, front stance, double outside forearm lock. Left aims, right steps, pull in, reinforce back fist to the nose, bop on the nose, turn, bop on the temple. Going to my left, right leg, side kick 1, land, left leg, side kick 2, turning back where I came from, 8 count double crossing palm block. Looks like I'm gonna clap, but I miss at the last second. Step forward, front stance, double rising palm strike, palms go down, then come up. So someone's grabbing onto your shoulders, you're hitting on both elbows at the same time. Now my left leg steps in front of my right, right foot steps out to front stance, high block, pow, high punch key. Auto, okay, 2 left. Kunga. On Kunga, I'm going to start double outside block. So front stance, double outside block. Then these next moves are palm strike. Step forward, front stance, palm strike 1, palm strike 2, palm strike 3. Then going backwards, back stance inside knife hand block, just like an inside block with an open hand. Back stance into knife hand block 1, inside knife hand block 2, inside knife hand block 3. From here, I'm going to pivot my right foot, pick up my left foot, crane stance. Now I do a down block with my left hand, a high block with my right, looking to the left. High diamond block, left on top, land in horse stance, crossing punch right on top. Pivot, step forward, pivot, left on top, left leg steps back, horse stance, crossing punch right on top. Right hand swishes my right ear, left hand helps, scoop the right foot, stomp, inside block, back fist at the same time. Now my right foot is stuck to the ground, so I'm going to step with my left foot, horse stance, double outside block. My right foot is still stuck to the ground, so I'm going to slide my left foot in, X high, X low, pull it apart, double down block to me, like this. Now I'm going to do my left ear. Left hand comes up, right hand comes up, like I'm going to squish my left ear, scoop my left foot, turn, stomp, inside block, back fist. Pivot facing the front, pick up the right foot, right hand goes down, left hand goes up, high diamond block. Right hand is on the top, step to horse stance, punch left on top. Pivot, step, pivot, right on top again, step back, horse stance, left on top of the punch. Okay, now the form mirror images itself. Pick up the right foot, right hand down block, left hand high block. Right on top, horse stance, left on top. Pivot, step, pivot, right on top, step backwards, horse stance, left punches. Now on the other side, the left hand comes up to squish my ear, right hand comes up, scoop the left leg, stomp, inside block, back fist. Left leg is now stuck in the ground, so my right foot steps, double outside block. Here. Right foot slides in, and I'm going to go X high, X low, pull it apart. Right hand comes up, left hand comes up to squish my right ear, scoop the right foot, stomp, inside block, back fist. Pivot, left foot comes up, crane stance, high diamond block, left on top, horse stance, right on top, punch. Pivot, step, pivot, left on top, step back left, horse stance, right on top, punch. Okay, we don't have time to do the other one, but let's come back in one and do a workout. So, Chidi, can you see you in a minute? Uno momento. All right, head on back. Okay, this workout is a Tabata workout. That means you're going to pick any exercise you want. You're going to do 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, starting at about 60-ish, about 2/3 maximum speed, power, depth, whatever it is that makes it difficult. And then we're going to do 8 sets. Each set you're going to get about 5% harder, 10% harder, until the last set you're going 100% speed and power. And then we're going to do 3 different exercises. So I recommend doing one kind of upper body one kind of core one. I recommend you save any cardio for the last one, because that's going to be the most tiring. Okay, so you have about 45 seconds to figure out your first exercise and grab anything you need for it. And again, we'll go 20 seconds on, then we'll have a 10-second rest. Start in 5 seconds because it looks like everybody's ready. And go. And come on. Rest for 10 seconds. Second set, go. And rest. Third set, go. And rest. Fourth set, go. Remember, if you're especially doing something strengthening, try to engage as many muscles as you can. Your body's going to want to relax, especially tightening up your glutes and pulling your belly button in to protect your lower back. And rest. Halfway. Again, slowly increasing the intensity, whatever makes this more intense. Fifth set, go. Rest. Sixth set, go. Rest. 2 sets left. Ready, go. Rest. Last set, everything you got left. Maximum intensity, speed, power, whatever it is. Ready, go. Ten seconds left. And come on. All right, 1 minute rest. We'll figure out your next exercise. Ah. 20 seconds till we start again. Ten seconds. Ready, go. Think of this as your warm-up set. And rest. Second set, go. And rest. Third set, go. Rest. Fourth set, go. Come on. Halfway done. Fifth set, ready, go. And rest. Sixth set, go. And rest. 2 sets left. Ready, set, go. Rest. Last set, everything out left. Ready, go. Ten seconds left. Come on. Okay. And to rest, getting here. Last one. So we're doing cardio, something like under jacks, jumping jacks. I forgot to mention, you can do variants of the same thing. So we're doing push-ups, you can do different types of push-ups. If you're doing jumping jacks, different types of jumping jacks. You can also do strikes, like some wing chun strikes or something. Get a little stronger and faster with each set. So 45 seconds. Twenty seconds. If you have done cardio, this is probably cardio. It's up to you, it's your workout. This is where I'm gonna do cardio. Again. 5 seconds. Ready, go. And come on. Ready, go. Come on. Third set. Ready, go. Come on. Fourth set. Ready, go. Come on. Halfway done. Increasing the intensity. Ready, go. Come on. Ready, go. Two sets left. Ready, go. Come on. Last set, everything got left. Ready, go. Seconds left. Come on. All right. Nice work. We're on time. So, see you guys next time. Well, today, all right, have a good night. See you, Mr. John. See you, Liz. Au revoir. It's Korean for see you next time.